Hello. 8:24. Drying, straightening, brushing her hair. I just checked the audio again. TV sound went off at 8:14 p.m. He's talking on the phone to his wife while my wife is upstairs preparing to be defiled by him, telling her how much he loves her and he misses her and how he wishes he didn't have to travel. He ended it, telling her he was stepping out for dinner and that he'd call her tomorrow. 8:35 p.m. Here comes the sexy lingerie. Stockings, lacy underwear, little black dress to go with it. I haven't seen that one before. It must be new. If I know my wife, she will make him shower too. 8:44 p.m. She left the bedroom. She spent 45 minutes getting ready for him while he watched my TV and lied to his wife. Now I have them on the VAR. He just told her she looks so fucking hot, and I'm pretty sure he slapped her arse. She replied with, "Sure, now it's your turn to get sorted for me." 8:49 p.m. Ooh, I just saw his gross arse. He's in the shower. 8:55 p.m. My wife just pulled out the bottom drawer of a chest of drawers. I mean, she completely removed it and then pulled out a box that was hidden underneath. The box is on the bed now, but I can make out the contents. Yeah, you guessed right. It's full of sex toys. She has fucking sex toys hidden in the house for this jerk. We've never used them. She always told me she doesn't like toys. I'm going to call her. I want to see what lies she will spin talking to her husband while she is sitting next to a box full of sex toys on our bed with her lover in the shower. 9:02 p.m. Just off the phone with her. Lying through her fucking teeth. Told me she was turning in early because she didn't sleep well last night because I wasn't there with her. Trying to deflect by making me feel bad for having to travel. Out of everything I've seen so far, that hit me the hardest. I'm not detecting the slightest bit of guilt or remorse from either of them. Expert liars. 9:04 p.m. He's out of the shower and they're not wasting any time. He's completely naked. She's still dressed. They're standing beside the bed and kissing. He has his hands all over her. I feel pretty nauseous. 9:10 p.m. She has asked him to put the drawer back in for her because it's too heavy for her. Way to kill the mood, huh? She spread some towels out across the bed while he was putting the drawer back. She's laying down on the bed now, on top of the towels. I guess she doesn't want to have to clean up the mess. I hope she changes the sheets before I get back. It will be interesting to see how well she hides the evidence. Will she wash those towels and put them back where they were so I don't see she used half a dozen towels in 2 days? 9:13. She told him to come over here and finish what you started. It really broke my heart to hear that. Yeah, that was hard to hear. Then he got into bed with her. They're kissing in bed. 9:16 p.m. It's getting handsy now. She has him in her hand and he has his hand inside her underwear. Heavy breathing. 9:21. She just removed her underwear, hiked up the dress and demanded cunnilingus. She ordered it using a word that would likely get me banned. He is complying. 9:27 p.m. She just said it was his turn now. She took off her dress and bra and fiddled with something from the box for a bit. Maybe applying lube, but it's hard to tell. My view was obscured. 9:28 p.m. Okay, this is a new one for me. Remember how I mentioned she said she doesn't like toys and I was surprised to see a box of toys? Well, those toys aren't for her. He is on all fours on the bed and she is underneath him with her head oriented for fellatio. Not 69, she's oriented the opposite way. She is doing that while simultaneously penetrating him. Ugh, I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling right now. Disgust, anger, jealousy. This is next-level betrayal. She's really willing to degrade herself with him. My other thoughts are more practical. Is she going to wash that thing in our dishwasher? Are the towels there so she doesn't have to change the sheets? How many times have I slept in a bed covered in traces of this man's arse contents? 9:35 p.m. After a couple of minutes of that, she declared he was hard enough to fuck her now and that he'd better fuck her hard this time. There is no sign of any protection being used so far. I guess I have HPV, or worse. They repositioned. She's on her back with her ankles over his shoulders. There's no condom. They started slowly, light moaning. Then he started grunting loudly and pounding her. He finished inside her. FFS. He said something inaudible to her. She replied by saying, "Ah, sure, that's on me for getting you all riled up." He said he'll make it up to her later. I'm going to take a moment. 10:30 p.m. Since my last update, they were lying in bed holding each other for a few minutes. He got up for another shower, probably to wash the lube out of his arse. She seemed frustrated and finished herself off with one of the toys while he was showering. She doesn't like toys, but I guess they're still a next best thing if your man can't perform. She looked like she was just getting warmed up when he finished. Now they're just lying there in bed. No talking. Lights went out as soon as he got out of the shower, so now I'm watching them in infrared, like a damn wildlife documentary. I don't think I can stomach watching a second round tonight. If it happens, I'll review the footage when I'm back in Dublin tomorrow. A few things got answered for me tonight. For starters, they're not using protection. That's my health they're screwing with. She's on the pill, sure, but that's not bulletproof. And they've got a damn box of sex toys just sitting there in our bedroom. I'll find out tomorrow if she even bothers to clean up the mess. What's messing with my head is how routine this all is. I expected heat, desperation, that sneaky kind of lust that comes with affair fog. Something raw and disgusting, but at least passionate. Something that could explain the betrayal. But what I saw tonight? It looked like two people who've been together for years. A couple stuck in their nightly routine. Like she's living a second life with a second husband, part-time or not. I don't even know if she's the only one he's screwing around with. Who the hell knows what he's carrying? The sheer disrespect is nauseating. Selfish doesn't even begin to cover it. I'm heartbroken, yeah, but I'm also furious. And I'm glad I saw it. I'll channel this rage into tomorrow. I need to be cold, unshakable. She won't get tears. She won't get questions. She'll get the wall I've spent weeks building. Time to shut it all down. Big day tomorrow. Post-edit. March 6th, 2025. A few people reached out asking if I'm okay. Just wanted to say, yeah, I'm still standing. Yesterday was a nightmare, but I'm back at work, running on fumes, holding myself together. I'll post a full update this weekend. Tuesday night was hell. And yeah, I might have gotten graphic. But here's the thing. I want them to read this someday. Her and him. I want them to see what I saw, not just the vague idea of cheating, not an affair. No, I want them to know that I watched it happen. I heard the words, I saw the details. I know what they did. Even after I stopped typing that night, I couldn't sleep. I just sat there in the hotel, staring at the screen, watching them lying next to each other in my bed. My bed. Around 3 a.m., they went at it again. No toys this time, just raw, emotionless sex like it was their Tuesday routine. And I realized something. I've been mourning someone who never existed. The woman I married? She's gone. Hell, maybe she was never even real. That version of her, the one who loved me, who I thought I knew, she's dead. And I've got to put that grief aside long enough to bury her. What did I learn that night? I know her lover, Chris, isn't in an open marriage. He's lying to his wife just like mine is lying to me. They don't use protection. My health? Not even a consideration. They act like a long-term couple. This isn't an exciting fling. This is routine. I found out about the sex toy stash, where she hides it, what she uses, what she never even talked to me about. Across hours of audio, not once, Not once did my name come up. It was like I didn't exist, like I'd already been erased from her life. I'm nothing to her. I got maybe an hour of sleep on the flight home. Went straight to the PI's office as soon as I landed. They handed me pictures and video. Chris showing up Monday night, again Tuesday, and leaving Wednesday morning. They even made me a spreadsheet logging every detail. While the curtains were open, they caught them kissing on the sofa after dinner. Explains why the audio went quiet. I guess she was whispering sweet nothings while cuddled up to him, so the recorder didn't catch it. I got home to an empty house around noon. First thing I noticed? 7 towels in the laundry bin. 7. Like a damn motel. She didn't even try to hide the evidence. Sheets were still on the bed, used and unwashed. Absolutely vile. So I pulled out the suitcases from the shed, packed one for me, one for her, left them both in the sitting room, grabbed the box of toys and tossed them in a nearby room. Spent the rest of the day going over my list of questions, breathing exercises, mental prep. Recharged the camera, reset the recorder in the fireplace, made sure every angle was covered. She walked in a little after 6:30 p.m., saw the bags, and asked if I was leaving. I looked her dead in the eye and said, "That depends on you. Sit down, we need to talk." I told her I knew about the affair. She went straight to denial. Of course. Then she pivoted to gaslighting, told me I was crazy, paranoid, had trust issues. I walked out of the room, came back with the box, dropped it on the floor. Sex toys scattered everywhere like a busted piñata. She panicked, said they were hers, said she was embarrassed, didn't know how to talk to me about her needs. I told her to stop. The lies were over. Gaslighting wasn't going to work this time. I told her flat out, "Change your tactic or this conversest." She started crying. And that's when it hit me. I didn't feel a damn thing. No sympathy, no warmth, nothing. Looking at her was like watching a sci-fi movie where some alien parasite takes over a person's body. She looked like Madison. Same face, same voice. But whatever made her her, that was long gone. 3 weeks ago, if she started crying in front of me, I'd have been crushed. I'd have wrapped her in my arms, trying to fix it, begging the universe to make it better for her. Now, I just sat there, cold, watching the performance. I asked if she wanted a divorce. She shook her head, still sobbing, said she didn't. Told me Chris, the affair partner, was just a side project. Side project. Like she was moonlighting at a startup while being married to me full-time. Said I was the one she loved. Said she wanted me. Then she had the nerve to ask what she needed to do to make it right. And that's when I started what I now think of as infidelity baseball. I didn't call it that to her face. Too cheesy. But I told her straight. I was done with the lies. I had a list of questions and I needed the truth. I already knew a lot of the answers, but not all. So here was the deal. 3 lies, and I was gone. I'd grab my bag, leave, and she'd never hear from me again. If she wanted even a chance to fix things, she had to give me full disclosure. Every detail, no filters, no half-truths. She nodded through her tears, trying to pull herself together. So I started. Was it just emotional, or were you having sex with him? She said they had sex. Did you do it in our house? In our bed? She tried to claim number, said they went to hotels. I stopped her right there. That's your first lie, I said. I know you brought him here. I know you fucked him in my bed. 2 more, and I'm gone. She stared at the floor. Couldn't even look at me. When was the last time you had sex with him? She admitted. That morning. The night before, too? Yes. How often do you meet him? She claimed it was just when I was away, once a month, unless she was on her period. Do you ever meet up outside of that? Lunch, casual stuff during work hours? She said no. When did this start? And that's when she dropped another bomb. Apparently, she knew Chris before she met me. College crush. Nothing ever happened between them, she said. But when he showed up at one of my work Christmas parties years later, they reconnected, flirted. She knew it crossed a line. That's why she never told me they had history. He found her on LinkedIn soon after and started messaging her. That was 7 years ago. 7 years. I moved on. Why were you hiding sex toys in the house? She said she used them when I wasn't around and felt too embarrassed to tell me. Second lie, I said. One more, and we're done. Then I dropped the hammer. I told her I knew her little boy toy liked being penetrated with those toys, that she used them on him. Her face twisted into this look of pure confusion and panic. How could you possibly know that? She asked. I lied. Told her I'd been talking to Chris's wife. And damn, the color just drained from her face. She went sheet white. And Madison's already pale to begin with, being Irish and all, but this? She looked like she saw a ghost. That moment, watching her realize the fallout was bigger than just us, that was almost satisfying. What she didn't know was that around that exact moment, my PI had shown up at Chris's house to hand his wife the evidence, so either she already knew or she was about to. I told Madison I was serious. One more lie, and I was on the next flight to Australia. Didn't matter the cost. I'd vanish. Start over. She broke down again, said she'd do anything, asked what I needed. I told her again. Answer the damn questions. Did you give him oral? Yes. Did you use protection? Number, do you love him? She paused. Said she felt something, but didn't want to call it love. Will you end the affair? Yes, she said. Is the sex better with him? She said it was different, not better. Did you use protection? She froze. Wouldn't answer. I kept asking, over and over. Told her if she didn't respond, I was gone. Finally, she admitted it. Number. No protection. Bye-bye.